Hey everybody, and welcome to Magnus and Farms. So today we got a bunch of random stuff going on. First thing I'm gonna be doing is cleaning the brakes on our John Deere Gator. I did the left side already. I just gotta do these two right sides, and the problem is they're squeaking really bad. So I'm cleaning them, cleaning the brakes with brake clean. Hopefully that'll take away some of the squeak. I probably won't. I'm about sure of that, but it's worth a try. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. We had a 1/4 inch of rain last night, or a little bit more. My dad dumped the rain gauge, so I'm not quite sure. And so that'd be good. Hopefully we have some beans and corn this year, with prices the way they are. So let's get into it. All right, so I got the wheel jacked up now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna zip out those 5 bolts and take the wheel off, and we should be good to go to get to the brakes. Okay, so now I got the wheel off, and now I gotta go take out these 2 Allen bolts here to take this caliper off, and I can get the brake pads out, and then I can wipe everything down with some brake clean. So I'll get that done quick, and I'll show you that works. Okay, I got them 2 bolts out now. I also had to take these 2 clips off, forgot what they're called. And now I'm going to go pull off the caliper. Always be careful with the brake line, you don't want to break that. Just tuck that away somewhere nice so don't fall. Now we got the brake pads, 2 of those, and you got a rotor. So I'll take these over to the bench and go clean them. Okay, we're over at the bench now. I got these John Deere brake clean. Pretty basic stuff. It's pretty cheap. We have a bunch of it. This is what we use for all our grease and stuff on concrete floors. And got a towel here. Just spray it down. Get all that black stuff off. Just keep doing it until it all comes off. That's pretty clean. I'll do it one more time. That's good. Now I'll do this one here quick, and then I'll show you the rotor. Okay, we're over at the rotor now. I got the 2 brake pads cleaned up with some brake clean. Now I'm gonna do the rotor. For some reason, the rotor's never as bad. Quick, I should know, I've always been told not to get your finger oils all over the brakes and putting them back together. So make sure you don't do that. Just get these 2 out of the way. Compact. This chair's kind of noisy. Spray it down. Wipe it off. It's not too bad actually. Never expected, I guess. Do the back side now. Can't turn it because the park brake's on right now. And it should be good to go back together. So when you go back, put the caliper back on the brake rotor, just make sure you don't break that brake line, because I've been told that's pretty ugly. And man, this chair is noisy. Never really realized that until now. So I'll get that up on there because I'm gonna need both hands and stuff for that. So. Okay, I got the caliper on, brake pads inside. I got the bolts in there. Now I gotta put these clips on. So the way I like to do that is put a vice grip on the end, and then just take it, push down on it. I'll see if I can get you guys mounted up so you can see that. All right, so I'll just take this vice grip, put it down on the end, just put it in the groove, Just give it a quick hammer. And that one's good to go. I'll do the bottom one. And there you go. It should be good to go. Give it a quick spin over. Feels good. I'll put the rim and tire back on. I'll do the next one. And we'll go drive it around and see if it's good to go. Okay, we're good to go. I got this rim and tire on. Now I'll do this side. I'll probably just do that all on time lapse. Nobody wants to watch me do it twice, I'm sure. So get that done quick. Okay, so I got all the wheels and everything, all the brakes done, all 4 of them all the way around. Now I'm going to figure out what the torque spec is for the bolts on the wheels and then torque them down. I'll show you how that's done. I'm going to figure out what that is quick, and I'll be back. All right, so I'm over at our filing cabinet with all our books for everything. Right here's the Gator, it's 825i. So in here, I'll look around for the torque spec and figure that out. Okay, so the book said to torque it to 80 for just normal driving, 105 for sport. So I'm gonna torque it to 90 just to be kind of in between of everything. And so I'll show you how it's done quick with the torque wrench. And then we'll be on our way. Okay, so we have 2 torque wrenches. One's a 3/8 drive. This one will go up to 100. So that's the one I'll use for that. And then we have one that's a 1/2 inch drive, and I'm not sure. I think it goes up to like 225. So I'll set this to 90 and put that socket on it, and we should be good to go. Okay, so I got this set to 90. I got the 13/16 socket on it. And before you do this, quick tip, set the park brake, and then it won't roll on you. Okay, you just go till it clicks. Good. Just kind of do it all the way around. Okay, so that one's good to go. And we'll go do the other 4 all the way around, and it won't be good to go. Okay, so I torqued all the bolts to 90 all the way around, and now I'll take it outside, drive it around, see if it fixed it. Doubtful. It was worth a try, but we'll see how that goes. And before somebody says the brake pad probably need to be replaced, this thing only has 6,000 miles on it, so it doesn't need new brakes. Okay, so I've come to my conclusion that it didn't 100% fix it, but made it better. And I would drive it more, but I'm almost out of gas, and I don't have any gas tanks or anything like that. So over time, we'll see if it works or not. I think it helped a little bit. I don't know, but I guess I'll just see how it does over time, I guess. On to the next thing. Okay, so next on the list is to clean this tube. We pull that behind the boat on vacation. It's a lot of fun. If you don't have one and you do a lot of boating, I encourage you to get one of these because you can get thrown pretty fast and go over quite a bit of waves and hold on nice and tight. And it's a lot of fun. So if you don't have one of these and you do a lot of boating, I encourage you to do this. Get one of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up because we're done with that for the year. I like to take this Windex Kills 99 bacteria and stuff. Take some John Deere all-purpose cleaner, and that usually works. And we've had it for probably 3 years now. It's holding up really good. Okay, so I'll take that. I'll hose it down with our garden hose over there. The water will go down the drain. I'll spray that down to help it so it doesn't smell so bad and when we go to get it out next year. And we feel that it's way better to use that stuff on it because lake water's pretty nasty. So I'll do a time lapse to that. Probably won't take too long, hope, because it's not a very fun job, but it's definitely necessary. Okay, so I got the tube and ball all cleaned up. It should be all disinfected and everything. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hose down the floor. I'll let those sit out in the sun the rest of the day. Let them dry out real good, and then I'll put them away in the tote. And I'll sit down in the basement for the rest of the year and come back for them next year and go have some more fun. Okay, so I got the floor all cleaned up, squeegeed. My dad just called me recently. Farmer needs me to go load 2 loads of hogs. I should be done around 3 o'clock, I think. It's 11 o'clock right now. Got a few more things I'd like to do today. Hopefully I get them done. But for now, that's about it. I'm gonna go eat some lunch. I should be back out later. So yeah. See you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I haven't loaded hogs yet. Kind of just waiting around until 1 o'clock. I got like a half an hour. My dad went and took a truck in. It had like 200 bushels of corn in it. That truck was having some problems, so we took it in town, had some mechanics work on it. They couldn't figure it out, so we took it up to a different place. And they figured it out. They put new injectors in it and a wiring harness that goes with the injectors, and that seemed to work. So we're finally getting rid of that corn that's in the back of the truck. Hopefully stays working. It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. So now that I'm kind of just waiting around to go load hogs, I'm gonna just clean up the shop a little bit. And it's a little bit messy, not too bad. I don't like a messy shop, so kind of just screw around with that a little bit, and before you know it, I'll go load hogs and be back and we'll do something. Okay, so I just got the main area, just kind of got all the tools picked up off the benches and stuff. Wiped all the dust off of it and stuff. Hadn't been done for a while, so to me it's a necessary. To a lot of people it's not. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's about it until I come back from loading hogs. Okay, so we're back from loading hogs now, and my next thing to do is, we got this truck, has a little bit of rotten corn in it. So there was 200 bushels of corn sitting in here, and then it's got a little bit rotten in some of the corners because water got in. It sat in here for a long time because the truck was having engine problems, and we had to have a load on it so we could know if the engine was fixed or not. And we got it fixed. So they put new injectors and wiring harness on, and that fixed it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and keep this out and then The rest of the day is just some shop work, I guess. But let's get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna hop up in the truck now. If I can get up there, that's kind of a big jump. There we go. So here's what we're up against. First of all, there's a lot of bars. We gotta watch our heads. But there's some corn. That doesn't look like it's very rotten, but just some corners. And then that's about it, I guess. And then take this bushel basket, throw that out of there. We'll set the bushel basket on the ground. We'll get it all stuck into one corner, and then put it in there, and then we'll be good to go. So I'll stop a time lapse or something. Here we go. Okay, I just got started sweeping, and the broom's not gonna get that rotten stuff off the ground, so I'm gonna go get a pry bar or something to pick that off the ground. And this isn't gonna go very fast at all. And it's kind of hot out, humid. So yeah. I'm kind of not looking forward to this, but okay, so I grabbed a pry bar and a bigger broom, so this doesn't take 7 years. And I have a feeling this isn't gonna work the best. So, as you can see, it's placked on there pretty good. I think I want to do it in the 4 corners, I think, so I'll set up a time lapse and get to it this time. Okay, so I got all the front done, all those corners. Basically everything's done. Now I just gotta get these 2 corners by the doors and get this pile swept up into the bushel basket. So hopefully that goes better than planned. I don't want to get a bunch in the lawn because we already have mice and rat problems. And we don't need more mice and rat problems. Okay, so now do these corners by the doors. Just all the rotten crap out of there. This isn't gonna go very well. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse. So you guys don't watch it for 15 minutes. I'm struggling. All right. Okay, so I got the truck all cleaned up now. All the corners are wiped out, got all the rotten crap out. It's not perfect, but I got all the rotten stuff out, so other than that, it'll be fine. A little bit of corn and the beans isn't gonna hurt anything, so on to the next job, I guess. I try to pick up all these tools, put the truck away. Okay, so the last thing I want to do today, before I end this video, I want to fix this water shot off for our water. We went on vacation, and let me see if I can get a better angle. So basically, it's a 7-foot rod with a coupler on the bottom, and twist that, it shuts off the water, I broke that before we went on, after we got home from vacation. I shut the water off, and then 4 days later, I came back to turn the water on when we got home. The handle off of it, as you can see, the welds are absolute junk. The handle broke on it, and then I had to go get a pipe wrench to turn the water on. Super inconvenient. So I want to get that fixed, because if you ever have a water line break or something like that, I want to be able to shut the water off fast and not have to screw around with a pipe wrench. And I actually made this a couple years ago when we first got World Water. And I copied my grandpa's. He is World Water too. And he actually has a one that came with the whole deal. Usually they take it away from you, so that way you can't shut your own water off. You have to call them and pay like $70. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to shut our water off without paying $70. So I built this, and back then I wasn't a very good welder at all. So let's get to it. I feel like I'm talking a lot, probably annoying, so let's get to it. Okay, so I got the big rod with the bushing on the end, all placed in the bandsaw. I'm gonna take it, turn it on. Cut that off, and that way I don't have to grind that weld off to get a nice ground. And so now I'll take the handle and grind off that the blobs of weld. It's absolutely disgusting to see. So I'll do that quick, and then we'll weld it up nice, and we should have that fixed. Okay, so I got all the crap welds grinded off of it. I rounded that off a little bit so I can get a good ground when I'm welding it. So I'll go ahead, I'll weld that up. Hopefully make it a nice strong weld so it doesn't break again. And that should be fixed. So, okay. Okay, so I got it all welded up. They're not the prettiest welds, but they're a lot better than they were. They should hold this time. I'm a little concerned at the bottom end. Hopefully that doesn't break off someday. It shouldn't, because they're a lot stronger welds than the ones that were on top. But hopefully that'll work. And I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. But other than that, have a good night, day, whatever time you're watching this.